Hey, this is Jay bringing you some Advanced Warfare. I have a short little 17-in-1 gameplay video for you. And let me start this off by saying sorry for using the ASM-1. Every time I watch somebody else's COD videos and they use this weapon, I always see people in the comment section really giving the person a hard time for using this. But this was back in the day when I didn't know it was like bad manners to use this weapon. I don't think I'm running blast suppressor. I think I have a sentry gun, so I'm making all sorts of mistakes with this class. So just kind of ignore the gameplay and just kind of focus in on what I'm talking about. But wanted to wish you guys a happy Monday. I'm actually recording this on a Sunday night, and I wanted to talk to you guys about COD champs. Now, let me start this off by saying too, I am not a MLG expert. In fact, I'm not even really into MLG. I started sort of getting into it when I was watching Kingdom Soldier's videos. He kind of got me hooked on these people and all these players. Before Kingdom Soldier, I didn't even know who Nadeshot was, and I think the guy is over 1 million subscribers. Everybody loves Optic Gaming or hates Optic Gaming, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Not so much everybody loving or hating, but just the surprise that Optic Gaming lost. I don't know if you guys heard it. I'm sure you have. Anybody that's into MLG, you guys were watching this. But Optic Gaming ended up losing on day 2, and I tell you what, that was just really surprising for me. From what I was hearing from everybody else, everybody thought this team had it on lockdown. I mean, I saw bigwigs and companies, game developers, everybody tweeting about Optic Gaming, and I think everybody thought that this was going to be Optic Gaming's year. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I was kind of seeing over Twitter and just talking to people. I saw a lot of people rooting for them. Obviously, the green wall is huge and large, and there are a lot of people that support Optic. But then they ended up losing. And I'm kind of curious because part of me is kind of sad that they lost, and part of me is kind of glad that they lost. I'm not an Optic fanboy or anything like that, and I'm not saying that just because Optic Gaming lost, because like I said, part of me is sad that they lost. Back in the day when it was Scumpy and who was it, Big Timer, Nadeshot, and was it JCap? No, it wasn't JCap. I can't remember who the fourth person was, but that's when I liked Optic Gaming. They were kind of the underdogs at that time, and part of me always wants to root for the underdogs. So here these guys are. They seem like pretty decent guys, and I wanted them to win back then. And then we started getting all of these roster changes. And I tell you what, I saw people like Embos come on the team and get dropped. JCap got dropped. Clayster was on Optic and he got dropped. And it's kind of interesting to think about Clayster or James and JCap being on Denial and taking out Optic. It's like, what is going on in the Optic house? What must they be thinking? Not to mention what Crim6 is thinking. All right, to lose, first of all, to Clayster, and then to lose, I think, who is it, Aches on Faze Red, you know, 2 former teammates. He's got to be a little PO'd. I would love to be a fly on the wall and just listen to these guys talking about it. But back to what I was saying, all these roster changes and how they treated people, it just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. It's like they did whatever they could to win. They loaded up their team and it kind of made it almost unfair. Obviously it wasn't, but it kind of reminded me of when LeBron James left and went to Miami. You know, they went out and they got LeBron from us and they took him, and then they ended up winning 2 championships. It's like, that's not fair. You know, it made me really hate Miami for doing that. Yeah, it was smart, you know, and it worked out for them. And this time it didn't work out for Optic Gaming, but that's kind of how I equated it. Whereas like with the Chicago Bulls, you know, Michael Jordan stayed in Chicago, won all of his championships there, and ended up doing it with key role players. I guess I would have liked to seen Nadeshot and Scumpy return to the championship without going out and getting the best players and trying to get, you know, it that way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I need to end this video. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know what you guys thought. But guys, as always, take care and God bless.